with Nicole. On this video, I wanted to talk a little bit about some of the pitfalls that you might experience on the carnivore diet. If you've started to experiment with this plan at all, basically it is a meat-only diet. So you'll be eating things like beef, pork, bison, lamb. You could eat fish, chicken, turkey. So pretty varied in all animal products. Some people include dairy in their carnivore diet. I personally don't, but some people do that, and as well as eggs. So something that might happen to you when you're starting on the carnivore diet, especially if you're coming from a plant-based diet and you're used to eating a lot of fiber, is diarrhea. Yes, you will experience loose stools because you're not used to having all that fiber that absorbs and creates bulk in your intestines. So this is pretty common, and it's not really a problem as long as you're staying hydrated and you're getting in your electrolytes, which I'll talk about next. But so long as you are keeping yourself hydrated and you're moving along that transition, you may experience bouts of diarrhea anywhere from 3 to 6 weeks into a carnivore program. On the other side of the coin is staying hydrated and concerned about getting constipated because you're not taking in the fiber. Actually, meat and all animal proteins are very easy to digest. So by the time it makes it down to your colon, there's almost nothing left. So you will experience probably really minimal stools and almost never constipation. The other part is you'll be really well digesting your food, but you won't have any bloating. Most people that have digestive problems, they go away once they go onto a carnivore diet, and that's typically why they do it. Another thing that you could experience on the carnivore diet is fatigue, and some people do get tired or even headaches while they're eating only meat. The reason for this is dehydration. So we do need to make sure we're taking in enough electrolytes. So sodium, potassium, magnesium, these are important minerals for your body to stay balanced. And without them, you can get dehydrated and experience headaches, fatigue, lethargy. Pretty common to do that. A little salt in the diet usually fixes that up. And then lastly, many people do experience a rash, and we call it a keto rash, usually on the trunk of the body. That can be from two things. One, histamine reaction. So certain foods like cured meats, canned tuna, there are some things that can cause a histamine reaction as well as plant foods too, like avocados. It's possible to get a histamine reaction. It can be a rash. It can be your body getting nausea or indigestion. And there's a few other things that go along with histamine, but typically considered a rash and some digestive discomfort or nausea. So if that is the case, log down everything that you eat and you drink so that you can identify what could be triggering you. But oftentimes on the carnivore diet, it's canned meats or cured meats like sausage and salami and things like that. The other reason that you might get a rash is called the keto rash, which can come from your body sweating out ketones, which are acidic, and then it irritating the skin. So if you're finding it in the upper body, the back, could be that, and you want to make sure that you're showering after you perspire or work out, shower right away. And if you're excessively sweating, then you might have to more often until your body regulates. So those are some of the more common things that people experience. Of course, this is a very personal experience, and diet always is. And so with all the different diets that I talk about on this channel, this is the one that is probably makes people the most nervous because it's pretty uncommon. Not that many people are eating a meat-only diet and have been doing it for a long period of time. Although historically, that's how many people ate, and they did just fine with it. Until we started cultivating a lot of plants, that became a bigger part of our diet. And also, don't forget that cultivated plants were never the norm. If you look around and you go out into nature and find a vegetable, it's not going to be broccoli. It's going to be very few and far between as far as in the vegetable kingdom, and not things that you would typically enjoy for a meal. So it's not really all that natural out in nature to find plant foods, and that's where the idea of carnivore is being more natural diet for humans. And if you experience it yourself, you might find some of these benefits, which I'll talk about in the next video. So if you like that video, give it a thumbs up. You can click the like or subscribe button below so you don't miss any more of my videos.